So, here we are. It's very nearly the end of 2023 and definitely the last video on the channel for the year. And you know what that means, don't you? That's right, we're going to look back at the mods that we, the LambdaGeneration team, loved this year. We've been doing this every single year, starting with the 2021 video, and it gives you guys a very nice idea of what we've been up to. Lots of new picks have gone onto the list this year, and we even have some new team members who get to chime in about what they like as well. And hey, I'll be telling you all about my favorite mod from this year as well, so stay tuned. But before we get started, let me tell you all about the winners of our Christmas art competition that concluded last week. Yeah, that's right, we held an art competition last week where the top 3 best art pieces would get Steam gift cards. So, congratulations to Any Meritites for winning the 3rd place prize, at Kelpenize for winning the 2nd place prize, and at That Alyx14 for winning the 1st place prize. We hope you can do something fun with those gift cards, especially with the Steam Winter Sale going on right now. There are a bunch of honorable mentions as well, so go check out our post on LambdaGeneration.com to find out more about those. Now without further ado, let's get into our favorite mods from 2023.
LambdaGeneration.
We are starting with Westy's pick this year. Westy is our art and community development guy, and he has picked Halflife MMod as his favorite. Mainly developed by Gunship Mark II, Halflife MMod aims to change the gunplay and feel of the original Half-Life to make it a whole lot more satisfying to shoot enemies. Everything from gun animations to visual effects and even sound effects have gotten a complete overhaul to make Half-Life feel incredible to play. And I guess Half-Life does really need it, because I think Half-Life's gunplay as isn't the very best thing out there. Don't get me wrong, it does the job, but it could be a lot better. And MMod is delivering quite well. Westy has a little thing to say about this too. It's my most played Half-Life mod as it completely changes the gunplay in a good and satisfying way. It has a lot of quality of life features. It also introduced me to USS Darkstar since I haven't played that mod, and it reminded me of System Shock 2. It was worth the wait. That and the fact that it was finished during unprecedented times in Gunship's home country of Ukraine makes it a miracle that it was even released in the first place, and a great pick to start the list off with. Next up, we got the TimeWarp demo, which was picked by Deads and me. Deads is one of our moderators and the developer of Half-Life Dark Matter, which itself got a major update recently. And I'm me, LambdaGeneration's head of video production and doer of more things sometimes. TimeWarp is a project that is currently being developed by Cambreaker, and it's definitely not your standard Half-Life 1 mod. TimeWarp's story starts in the year 2096 where a time machine gets invented, and its inventor, the Doc, wants to use it to travel to the future to bring an important new technology back to the past with him, which is apparently the key to immortality. With the Doc introducing this to mankind in the past, he will become the most powerful Doc in all of history. And you, patient number 84, and J727 Mark II, or J, are tasked to stop him. You end up traveling through time to try and stop him while meeting charming new characters and using period-specific weapons. And all that with a unique art style reminiscent of old anime and Japanese video games. It's honestly quite amazing and one of the most unique mods of recent times, and both me and Dads are quite looking forward to whenever the full thing or the next demo comes out. Dads even says that this mod could be a 3D Realms title on the Realms Deep roster. That's how good it is. And yeah, I tend to agree completely. And here's our brand new moderator Dusk's pick for this year. It's Half-Life Alyx NoVR. This project, developed by the GB2 development team, aims to make Half-Life Alyx entirely playable without a VR headset. So if you cannot play with VR, this is probably the best and easiest way to experience the game regardless. I played this mod myself as well, and I gotta say, it's actually really good. But that does not take away the fact that Half-Life Alyx was meant to be played with a VR headset though. So yeah, it's recommended you play it the original way, but if you can't for any reason at all, then this is a perfectly viable way to at least experience some of the game. Go check it out for yourself. Next on the list is Ronald, another one of our moderators and voice actor extraordinaire. And he picked Swelter as his favorite mod for this year. Swelter is a mod for Half-Life 2 developed by the Snowdrop Escape team, and it takes place in a rather unique setting, Central Asia. You play as a representative of the Lambda Resistance secret agents who has to figure out how to bring several fractured resistance groups back together to fight their common enemy, the Combine. The game's setting is what is arguably the most unique thing about it, together with the fantastic and well-researched architecture. Now, it was definitely a blast playing through this mod, and I streamed it as well, so you can watch me play through the entire thing if you want to. And Ronald has the following to say. One of the outstanding mods of this year for me was definitely Swelter. It's a mod I can't keep my mind off. The setting, the environment, it's definitely a mod to remember and mention. Huge honor of mine to have participated as a voice actor in this. If you haven't checked out Swelter yet, then go do that. It's free on Steam. Come on, we cannot close the year without even mentioning Entropy Zero Uprising, which was picked by moderator Tabahara, who also developed Quiet Rehabilitation. Entropy Zero Uprising is a mod for Entropy Zero 2 developed by Employee 8 and PhillyPad, and it takes place smack dab in the middle of the Uprising from Half-Life 2. And you are not a rebel. No, you're a civil protection unit. The mod is developed using the Entropy Zero 2 SDK that Breadman released, which allows modders to make use of the modifications and content that EZ2 provides. And to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about this mod as of yet, but I do plan on making a video about this in the next year. Come on, I kinda have to. This is what Tabahara had to say. My pick for this year could be no other than Entropy Zero Uprising. Good storytelling keeps the player up to date on their goal while the Uprising goes on. Excellent sound design and OST, fun combat sequences against those ugly rebels and other enemies, and an interesting way of adding different types of endings that depend on how the player acts throughout the mod. No spoilers here though. So yeah, Tabahara says play this mod, so you should probably play it. Stay tuned for my full video on it next year. Alright, it's time for some honorable mentions. These are mods that our moderators or staff members picked that didn't necessarily release this year, but we felt like they deserved a mention regardless. Alright, Valkyrie, another one of our moderators, picked Signal Lost. Valkyrie played through it again this year and wanted to quickly give it a mention here. And well, come on, how can I pass up the opportunity to talk about Signal Lost? Signal Lost is being developed by Jane Thrace, who also developed Starlight. It's a total reimagining of Half-Life Uplink that will bring back some cut locations as well. And oh boy, is it one of the most awesome looking Half-Life mods out there. The whole thing is drenched in atmosphere and style, and well, you just gotta go play it for yourself to really get it, you know? It's really worth it, I promise. This is what Valkyrie has to say. Jane creates such beautiful and believable spaces that are such joys to fight in. I can't wait to play more Signal Lost once Chapter 2 drops. Me neither, Valkyrie. Me neither. David, our resident technical director, has picked Infra as his mod for this year. Again, this mod did come out many moons ago, but David played it this year and felt like it had to be given a mention on this list. In case you're not sure what Infra is, it's a Source Engine puzzle game developed by Loist Interactive and released in early 2016. It lets you play as an ordinary structural analyst who has to survey some routine structural damage, but your task eventually becomes less and less mundane as it goes on. David has the following to say about it. Infra is a really underrated Source game. It's an adventure exploring a crumbling infrastructure with political corruption, cults, and a plot twist. It's many years old, but replaying it in 2023 made me appreciate it more than ever. You can get Infra from Steam now. It's not free, but it's usually heavily discounted in the Steam Winter Sale and pretty much any other sales, so grab it now while it's cheap. And then there is the final pick for this list, which goes to Alyx, the president of LambdaGeneration, and he picked Portal Reloaded. Again, another mod that didn't really release this year, but in 2021. But it did actually get a co-op update this year, so I think it actually does kind of count. Portal Reloaded is a really good little Portal 2 mod developed by Portanis that adds a whole new mechanic to the game: the Green Portal, which lets you travel to a different timeline altogether to make your brain melt even more with these puzzles. And with 20 brand new co-op maps being added this year, you can now melt your brain together with a friend. And maybe you can then combine both of your melted brain juices into a super brain to create a superhuman that has the qualities of you both combined. Anyway, Portal Reloaded and its co-op update are now available on Steam for free. The only thing you need is Portal 2. And that's it. That's our list for our favorite mods of 2023. Now, of course, it could be the case that your favorite mod didn't make it in. And if that's the case, then leave your favorite mods in the comments down below. Let's reminisce together. And feel free to subscribe to the channel and to like the video if you thought it was great. It gives us all the fuzzy feelings. Man, this year was pretty huge for us, wasn't it? We did some pretty crazy stuff, we reached some pretty crazy milestones, and we really do hope to be able to continue to do that into the next year. And to be honest, we got you to thank for that, because honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better audience and a better community to be a part of. And yeah, we're just glad that we're able to, foster such a nice and welcoming and heartwarming community. That means over on our Discord server, that means over on LambdaGeneration.com. You guys have all been absolutely fantastic, and yeah, we're really glad that we're able to host such amazing people. So we from LambdaGeneration would really like to thank you a lot for being with us and for supporting us in our endeavors and for just being the absolute best you can be. And I hope in 2024, you guys can continue to be exactly that way. And yeah, let's make 2024 great. I'll be seeing you all in the next year. Salutations, and take care.